Inside Sports is being brought to you by Nissan of Valencia. And welcome to another edition of Inside Sports presented by Nissan of Valencia. I'm Dave Caldwell, and on today's show, we're going to give you a story about a summer camp for baseball pitchers that goes well beyond just learning to throw. A major league dream come true, and a feature on the new technology and science helping athletes not just recover, but prevent sports injuries. But our lead story tonight is high school baseball, where the VIBL concluded its 13th summer season with a pair of Foothill League teams in the championship game. A perfect night for baseball at Birmingham High School down in Van Nuys, where the Hart Indians, seeded number 4 in the 2019 playoff, faced off against number 3 Saugus. And Hart started the scoring immediately when Chad Haslock singled in the top of the first inning to score Wes Fitzpatrick. Saugus answered in the bottom of the first when Rudy Aguilar knocks in Rex Kemple, who led off with a double. Kemple went 2 for 4 with an RBI in the game for Saugus. In the bottom of the second, a walk, an error, and a sac bunt led to a ground ball out by Tyler Grissom that scores Joey Mendez, and Saugus takes the lead. Next batter is Kemple, who laces one into right field, scoring Ty Falconer. The Centurions now lead by 2. The Indians would answer with 2 more in the top of the third and then broke it open in the fourth. Nicky Valleca doubles to left, one of 3 hits on the night, scoring Nick Playa, who also had 3 hits. Haslock gets his second hit of the game, a single to left that scores Valleca. A wild pitch and pass ball would bring in 2 more Indians, and Hart leads by 4. The Centurions got another one back in the bottom half of the inning when Caden Salkeld's fly ball to right center scores Nathan Elvington. The Indians added another run in the 5th with Valleca's sac fly that scored Playa once again. Hart wins its first VIBL championship since 2004. Hart coach Jim Ozella knows that despite winning the championship and finishing the summer on a 10-game win streak, it is a time to sort out the team in eventual preparation for next spring.
I think, fall and winter is big for us because we try to make a lot of improvement, a lot of individual improvement. And what it does is now it excites the team to want to take the next step. Every individual, hey, I got to get better. I think it's really a positive. It's always good to end with a win. We got a couple weeks off now, and everybody will feel good about it. So come back a little bit more energized.
Obviously, when you win a championship, it's going to feel good, and I think it's a big deal for us. I mean, we worked hard this summer, and it's good to end the summer on a high note.
Saugus head coach John Majora kept the Centurions positive even after that 4-run 4th inning for Hart.
I played 21 outs. We've been on the other end where, we had a 4-run lead and we've lost, and we've been on the other side where we've come back. So you got to play 21 outs in this game.
How many of those kids playing in that game are dreaming about playing in the major leagues one day? You can bet all of them are. Well, for one Santa Clarita, that dream became a reality this week. In his first start in the major leagues, Philadelphia Phillies outfielder and Hart High grad Steve Susdorf got a double in the 5th inning against the Detroit
down
Tigers.
The right field line. It's his first major league hit. It's going to be an extra base hit. It's going to the corner. Dirk says trouble with it. Susdorf thought about 3, but then stops at second. Take that baseball out. Steve Susdorf has an extra base hit for his first major league.
Turning to pro football, where former College of the Canyons defensive back Troy Nolan has been signed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to take a break here on Inside Sports, and when we return, we will go back to baseball as we tell you about a coach who has had nearly 3,000 players come under his tutelage since 2000. That's next on Inside Sports. Inside Sports is being brought to you by Nissan of Valencia.
I'm Dan Sturkle, General Manager for Nissan of Valencia. If you like your money as much as the next guy, we say hold on to it. Here at Nissan of Valencia, $99 down delivers any new or used vehicle in stock. Hard to believe? Here's our disclosure. Blah, blah, blah. Total from you, $99. Oh, and blah, blah, blah on approved credit. Bankruptcies, foreclosures, late pays, hey, it's all okay here. We have tons of banks vying for your business. Nissan of Valencia, home to the $99 down delivers. Hope to see you soon.
Fly Slide, jump, twist, and flip inside Santa Clarita's premier indoor trampoline fun center. Sky High Sports features 360 degrees of trampoline floors and walls that's fun for kids and the kid at heart. Bounce off the walls inside our designated kid zone, dive into a sea of foam, or knock your opponents off their feet in a game of trampoline dodgeball. Sky High Sports is ideal for birthday parties and group events. Check us out online for special offers and discounts. Sky High Sports, now open on the Old Road in Valencia.
Since 1978, Sierra Canyon School has been developing leaders for the future, a place where young minds are inspired, motivated, and empowered, where relationships are cultivated in diverse settings, and where curiosity, confidence, and creativity are nurtured. We specialize in customized education for the artist, the athlete, the scholar, and the dreamer. Sierra Canyon School, fostering a community of excellence. Located less than 20 minutes from Santa Clarita in the San Fernando Valley.
An old knee injury used to keep me from enjoying the things I love most. Dr. Barraza has completely changed my life.
I never thought going to a chiropractor could make me pitch better, but it has. It's kind of my little secret.
What I do has proven to increase your quality of life naturally, without any drugs or surgery. Vertical Wellness, where your health and well-being is my business.
In 1977, in Johannesburg, South Africa, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. By the age of 9, he was already out playing him. The odds of this gentle lad winning the Junior World Golf Championships at the age of 14, 1 in 16 million. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the Open Championship once and the US Open Championship twice, 1 in 780 million. The odds of this professional golfer having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. Ernie Els encourages you to learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Welcome back to Inside Sports, presented by Nissan of Valencia. If you or your sons has been... Start that again. Welcome back to Inside Sports, presented by Nissan of Valencia. If you or your son has been playing baseball in the Santa Clarita Valley over the last 13 years, then the name Jim Wagner has probably been brought up at least a time or two. A former pitcher at Providence High School and University of Arizona, not to mention now consulting with several Major League Baseball organizations, Wagner has become the guru for young pitchers in the Valley. 42 of his students have gone on to get scholarships to play college baseball, and 14 have become professional ball players. And that would include a couple of major leaguers. Jeff Cirillo, who had a 14-year career in the majors, and current Cleveland Indian Trevor Bauer, who was the 3rd pick overall out of UCLA in 2011 after being named college baseball's best player. For the last 7 years, Wagner has been running a summer camp here in Santa Clarita where the emphasis goes beyond just pitching a baseball.
We've incorporated into our fall and spring curriculum where now we are able to offer this on a full-time basis with this type of training, as well as our mound work and video analysis work with our high-speed cameras. And it's turned out to be a real gold mine for the kids, whether they're 8 years old or 18 years old.
Initially, the camp was at a city park with a handful of players doing some conditioning and learning long toss. Today, the camp has expanded to include 28 players. Since 2000, Wagner has taught 2,500 kids the finer points of pitching and the conditioning it takes to be a great pitcher.
They enjoyed it so much, it's sort of the word of mouth spread, where when we eventually moved into our facility here, we were able to take what we did outside and bring in the equipment, bring in the resources for the kids to train and condition that was much more specific to pitching and mound work.
The emphasis is clearly on the conditioning and not just throwing a baseball. Arm injuries are always a concern, but with the science around pitching having grown so much in the last decade, pitching performance as well as pitchers' health have grown as well.
We do a lot of extracurricular in terms of ropes and chains and medicine balls and explosive burst type work with sleds, and we found that there was a direct carryover onto the mound with kids, especially in terms of their arm recovery, but we found that velocity was going up a lot.
For more information, you can go to throwzone.com or you can go to the Throwzone page on Facebook. We're going to take a break here on Inside Sports, and when we return, we're going to give you an in-depth look at sports injuries and how one Santa Clarita doctor is helping athletes not only recover, but prevent those injuries. That's all coming up on Inside Sports.
Living without glasses has been wonderful.
I've noticed right away, right when next couple of days, the sky seemed bluer.
I had the procedure because my husband came to Dr. Helm for cataract surgery, and he was really pleased with the results.
I was looking for somebody that had a reputation, somebody locally.
Through the whole procedure, he talked me through it and told me exactly what was happening and what he was doing, and he just has excellent bedside manner.
If you're thinking about having laser vision correction, let me help you decide if it's right for you. We at Helm Vision Group believe in personal care and quality results. Come and see the difference.
For the best laser vision correction technology, Helm Vision Group on Turney Road in Valencia.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Classic Designs. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Classic Designs.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
I'm Dan Sturkle, General Manager for Nissan of Valencia. If you like your money as much as the next guy, we say hold on to it. Here at Nissan of Valencia, $99 down delivers any new or used vehicle in stock. Hard to believe? Here's our disclosure. Blah, blah, blah. Total from you, $99. Oh, and blah, blah, blah on approved credit. Bankruptcies, foreclosures, late pays, hey, it's all okay here. We have tons of banks vying for your business. Nissan of Valencia, home to the $99 down delivers. Hope to see you soon.
Welcome back to Inside Sports, presented by Nissan of Valencia. The thrill of competition and victory propels us to our limits when we play sports. We want the best of ourselves and our team when we compete. Occasionally, that comes at a physical cost. Injuries are a part of sport. One of the most devastating is a torn anterior cruciate ligament, or ACL. While the injury can occur from contact, like in football, the more prevalent ACL tears occur in non-contact sports, such as soccer and basketball.
The small bone on the bottom, the tibia and the femur, actually have a shifting. There's a movement of the joint, usually because the muscles aren't protecting the joint or the muscles aren't really firing appropriately. So the force of motion, whether it's a deceleration or a cut or something like that, that force is translated into the ligament. And the ACL itself now begins to resist that force. And if the force is greater than what the ligament can sustain, then the ligament ruptures.
Research out of Cincinnati suggests women basketball players play more upright, keeping knee joints straight rather than flexing the knee after jumping, putting more stress on the joint itself.
And what they found was men have a tendency to fire their hamstrings first. during the absorption of force, where women still have a tendency to want to fire their quad first. And so where that plays a part in force is when the quad fires, it pulls on the ACL. So if I already have force going into the ACL, and then the muscle or the brake that I'm going to use to decelerate my force pulls on the ACL, you've got all the force going through the ACL. If the force is going through the ACL and the hamstring kicks in, that actually helps to de-stress the ACL and helps to protect it. So some of the training that we do, even in our office here, is trying to teach women and all athletes how to be more glute dominant, maybe a little bit more hip dominant, which then translates into being more hamstring dominant.
So the question is there, can the chance of an ACL tear be reduced?
And they've seen, the studies are showing that we're seeing reduction in these injuries with certain strategies, put in place. And a lot of the strategies are related to the hip, right? The hip is probably the reason why the ACL has most of its trouble, right? Why the knee has its trouble. Hip weakness or hip vulnerability is oftentimes what leads the knee to lose its protective properties.
The latest strategies and training is to put the athlete into situations that would be outside their normal range of motion in their sport. If an athlete is put into different physical situations, muscle memory can be stimulated to help avoid injury.
And we see that when we incorporate these strategies and athletes are challenged functionally, maybe what we might use is the term functionally, meaning how they actually move on a court or how they actually move on a field, we see reduction happen pretty significantly. If athletes have been trained to be in very specific positions when they're in a safe environment, the neurologic system, the joint and muscular system, if they've been there before, and they don't have to be there often, but if they've been there before, there's maybe a less likelihood of a chance that the joints and the nervous system is going to say, uh-oh, and then we have an injury. So we tend to try to put our athletes in a wide variety of, we try to stimulate them in a wide variety of activities so that they feel like they have been there before.
That's going to do it for us today on Inside Sports. Thanks for being here, everybody. We will see you again next time.